Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Code Canvas. In this video, you will learn how to handle JavaScript default parameters in ES6. In JavaScript, a parameter has a default value of undefined. That means that if you don't pass the arguments into the function, its parameters will have the default value of undefined. Let me explain this with an example. I'm creating one function with some argument, simple console.log, calling that function without an argument. This will return undefined. Here, the greet function takes the method parameter. Because we didn't pass any argument in that function, the value of message is undefined. Suppose you want to give some value to this method parameter as a default value. A typical way for this is to add a ternary operator to check if the parameter is defined or not. Let me show you how. Here you can add message is equal to type of message is not equal to string undefined, then it will return message or it will return some text, the default value. Let's see. Now this will return the default value. In this example, we didn't pass any value into say function here in the read function. Therefore, the default value of the message argument is undefined. Inside function, we reassigned message variable the hello string. ES6 provides you with an easier way to set the default values for a function parameters. Let me show you how. Function v1 is equal to value 1, v2 is equal to value 2, and so on. Let me show you a real example with ES6. Function message is equal to hi, default parameter value, console.log, simply call the function, then it will call this. If we again call this function with some string, it will return that string, or you can call like this as well with undefined, then it will return the default value. So here in the first function call, we didn't pass any value in the parameter in the argument. Therefore, the method parameter took the default value high. In the second call, we passed hello and the function will take the hello as a value and will return that. And in the third function call, we passed undefined into the function and therefore method parameter took the default value high. Let me show you some other example. I'm creating one function. Let's say create div, passing some height, let's say 70 pixel, width 70 pixel, and border solid 1 pixel big, for example. Let div is equal to document dot create element div. This will create an element. Now I will apply some style. I forgot style here. Same border and document dot body dot entile div will return div. Now we will call this function without an argument. As you can see, it will create a div with the default styles, the height, width, and border. Right. We didn't pass any argument to the function create div, but it will take the default parameters. Suppose you want to use the default values for the height and width, but border you need some other values. So you can call this function where width and height you can pass undefined, and the border you can pass whatever you want. And it will take border as a new value and height and width as a default parameter value. Let me show another example. Creating one function that's called put. I am adding one parameter toy and one array. I'm pushing toy into toy box array and return toy box. It's a simple function. Let me call that function. For example, I'm passing car and it will return car as an array. I will call the same function again with truck and it will take a truck. It will not append in the same array. It will take truck as a default parameter and will push into that existing array. So the parameter can take a default value which is a result of a function. Let me show with another example. Function, let's say date, where is equal to today is the function. It's a user defined function. We will create that function and in console log we will pass d. We will create a function today which we passed, and in that function we will return new date dot to local date string and language parameter. Let's call date. Let's see. So the date function takes one parameter whose default value is the return value of the another function, the today function. The today function returns today's date in a specified string format. This one. When we declare the date function, the today function has not been evaluated until we call the date function. We can use this feature to make the arguments are mandatory as well. Let me show how we can make that arguments mandatory. Function, let's say require argument function, and simply throwing an error. Argument is creating one function x is equal to required argument function and y is equal to say required argument function, and in body you will return x plus y. Let's call this function. It will return an error. Argument is required. If we call the same function with another argument, it isn't returning anything, but it's not throwing an error. I think it should return. We don't need to console here. We can simply console log here. It will return 40. Let's see another example. Function at x is equal to 1, y is equal to x, and z is equal to x plus y, and returning x plus y plus z. Okay. And I am calling this function with only with no parameters. Then how it will work? It will return 4 because x is equal to 1 is already assigned, y is equal to x means y is equal to 1, and z is equal to 1 plus 1 means 2. Then return 1 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 4. Here the default parameter, the default value of y is set to x parameter. The default value of z is the sum of x plus y, and the add function returns the sum of x plus y plus z. You can use a return value of a function as a default value for a parameter as well. Let's see how. Let accelerate is equal to some function and returning 0.1. Let price is equal to function price x is equal to price into x rate, which is function return price plus x. let full price is equal to get price function. I'm passing 100 as a value. As a parameter. Log it will return 110. In this function, we call tax rate function to get the tax rate and use this tax rate to calculate the tax amount from the price. Let me show you on another example. Function add x y is equal to 1 z is equal to 2 console.log arguments dot length. It will return number of arguments and return x plus y plus z. If I call this function, it will return 1. If I call like this, it will return 2, the number of arguments, and here it will return 3. The value of arguments object inside the function is the number of actual arguments that you pass to the function. So I hope you like this video and you learned something new today. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos. That's all for this video. Thank you.